If you're like $1,000 is like way too expensive and I'd be so uncomfortable without a bug net, then like don't watch this video because it's not for you. It's for the people who are trying to like reduce their pack weight.
UL with Nemore.
Hey, I am back home for a few months. And this summer, I carried a lot less stuff and a lot more compact. A lot of people said things that just didn't really make sense. A lot of them asked me how my bag was so small, what I was missing, and saying they couldn't go that light because of this reason or that. And I wanted to address a few of those things because I know there's people on the internet. So the first one is being uncomfortable. Most of them just assumed that I was uncomfortable all the time, which wasn't true. I used this tiny little sleeping pad. I didn't carry extra clothes to sleep in most of the time, but that just made it so I made sure that when I was done hiking, I let my clothes dry out. I wore a thinner cotton shirt that would dry out as opposed to a thick synthetic that just like stays sticky on your skin. And also, after a while of hiking, I think you just kind of get used to, well, through hikers don't go out hiking to be comfortable. So I don't think that's a very good argument. Yeah, I wasn't uncomfortable. There were times that could have been pretty uncomfortable that you have to pay attention to. One of those was on the long trail. I wasn't able to finish the thru hike because I had to, well, I didn't have to, but there was a day that was like 50 degrees and like sideways rain and really windy. It was cold, and all I had was my thermowrap from Montbell, and I spent most of the day staying dry in a shelter instead of hiking, which probably, if I hadn't have done that, I might have been able to finish the trail in time, or I might have just got hypothermia. So you do have to be smarter. And the big one is that people say that it's expensive, which doesn't make sense to me at all. I think they think of buying Z-Pack stuff makes everything expensive. But say you're going to do the AT and you go to REI, you're probably going to spend $1,000 on your gear there and get really heavy stuff. But if you do your research, I put together a lighter pack list that's just an idea. It's not perfect, but I will link that so you can look at it, and I'll just go over a few of the things. Let's see. What I did with this list was I tried to keep it under $1,000, and the base weight is 5.66 pounds. And that's being generous. There's a sleeping pad. There's a bunch of stuff that you don't have to carry. I just picked this 40-liter pack off Amazon. I've never used it. It's $20. You could probably find something better that's more expensive. And then a pack liner. This is where you'd spend the most. The shelter is a Z-Pack's pocket tarp. It's basically the shelter that John made that I used for the GDT. It's slightly different, but this one's lighter. It doesn't have bug protection, that's the only thing, but you could sew on bug liner around the end. You could get a mesh net, that would be a few more ounces. The sleeping bag and shelter are the most expensive things. The sleeping bag is a Z-Pack's 40 degree, $315. Could be a little more, a little less, depending how big you are. Ground sheet, polycryo from Home Depot, $8. Sleeping pad, this you don't need. You could go with the Gossamer Gear like 1/8 inch, which is 2.8 ounces for a full length, 1.4 for a torso length, and that's only like $18. This one in here is $130 and it's 8 ounces. A lot of people think the sleeping pad is the biggest discomfort thing that they can't get rid of. A tent pole, just use a stick. That's what I did when I lost my tent pole. It's easier with a shelter with one pole, but mine had two, and then the one I used this summer had one. Titanium tent stakes, those are $20 on Amazon. Electronics, I didn't include electronics in this thing because I'm not going to tell you what phone to buy, and you probably already have that. But I did 13 ounces for electronics. I think that's good enough. Well, that's if you just have a phone and a charger and a battery bank. You can get that for 13 ounces. Okay, so this also has a long sleeve shirt, leggings, and a jacket, and a raincoat, which is probably more clothes than you need for the AT. For the PCT, it would be comfortable. Leggings, Cuddle Duds, $18. A sweatshirt by the same brand. That's what I used this summer, and I liked it a lot. They were pretty light and pretty warm. A jacket by Montbell. This jacket is so good. It was only $90. It was 8 ounces. My thermo ball that I used before was like twice the weight, twice the price. It was like the same warmth. And then a Frog Togs you can get at Walmart, super cheap. Shoes, put in $100, or just use what you have. So there's $100 that you could save there. For water, I did water bottles, $5 in case you buy them overpriced. 2 ounces. Sawyer Mini. I didn't write out all the random things I'll bring because you'll probably bring different stuff, but I put 15 ounces, so like almost a pound of toothpaste, toothbrush, spork, whatever. This doesn't include a stove though. Yeah, and that's only 5.6 pounds, so if you wanted a heavier sleeping bag or 3 pairs of socks or something, you have wiggle room. That was only $1,000. If you're just like going on weekend hikes, $1,000, like, yeah, I guess that's a lot. But if you're going to be going on a through hike, you're going to be spending way more than $1,000 on your stuff out there. I would rather not buy an Osprey backpack that's $300, just like getting a Gossamer gear. Some of the ultralight stuff is a lot cheaper than normal stuff. I don't know if this video was like kind of annoying or I think that's everything. I know people are going to be like super whiny about this video, so like the comments aren't going to be on. If you don't like it, then just don't like it. Hopefully someone like saw this and was helped by it, but don't go out and like buy these things. Just know there's better options than, yeah. But I look forward to GDT videos that are coming out on Saturdays. Maybe I'll try and do 2 posts a week again. I don't know. Thanks for watching.